Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is episode 18. Last time we experienced the Siege of Weishaupt. It was a huge episode, massive story choices and things happening, and incredible sequence. Really, really fun. And then the fallout after that event with the party and getting ourselves back to a base, talking through them all, opening up more companion quests. Very, very good stuff. I enjoyed it tremendously. However, today, starting off this episode, before we jump into companion quests, we are going into the crossroads and we are going to the Revenant Dragon Arena. We're going to the Revenant Dragon Arena because I messed up.
More of the Fade. This place, it feels designed to make one lost.
And the reason that we messed up is after defeating this dragon, we just left the area, and I think I'm now seeing why. So we immediately left, and I don't know whether it was just a lapse of brain power, but we didn't even look at any of this. We just enjoyed beating the dragon, and then we just left. And I'm such an idiot, because that is literally the Black City. And I am just kicking myself that we just left without even looking. I don't know why. So I apologize for that. I just left. And we didn't even look at this. I have a dragon's tear and there's a chest here. A dragon's tear, the final trace of vigor, petrified in the last moment of self-mourning. Echoes of a dragon who refused to surrender to her affliction haunt the stone. God damn. Wow. Okay. So, after you defeat the... Oh, wait a minute. The caretaker's here. After you defeat this dragon, you get treated to the view in the crossroads. The last resort. Each time you use an ability that hits an enemy, you gain 20% damage and minus 20% to your resistances. And this bonus is reset if you defend or dodge. This ring is not for those who are careful, it is for those who give their all and suffer for it. Wow. Alright. You're not going to take me there, are you? Are we going to the Black City? Is that possible?
To other shores.
Where are we going? I can't believe I missed this. Oh, you just took me back. Oh, you just took me back. I was like, are you going to take me there? And is that why? But no, okay. Whoa.
And I can pick up the letters to Magister Tilani. Oh, hello, Rook. There's a lot of your people passing through the crossroads now. They're mostly in the marketplace on that island with the streets. I think there's even a trader there. I should take these messages. You know, someone's got to keep your network talking, right?
We have a crossroads messenger with a dog. Wait. They're updating this place now. Alright, hold on. Let's go to the market. Let's see if that's changed, because there was still traders and that there. But let's see if that's different now. Alright. Black City. I was wondering if we'd get to see that, because I think the lighthouse is in its own little protected bubble, so it's outside of that sort of setting of you can always see the Black City in the Fade. That was so cool to see. Is that it there? That's it there. Wow. Yeah. Holy shit. Because there's the lighthouse. Is that the lighthouse? There. It must be because you're in this little protected bubble of the Fade that it puts up a veil within a veil, if you will, and you don't get to see it from the lighthouse. Wow. This is the closest that we've gotten to see it. You can see statues. Are they statues? Well, it looks like they're the Evanurus headpieces. Like similar heavily of Gillinean's ones that are really big. That is incredible. All right. Terrible little mistake for me to... Terrible little mistake for me to just walk right past that without checking it properly. Very silly of me. But there we go. We were able to go in and get that loot and get a memento as well. And where the hell is that marketplace? I've forgotten where it is. Oh, it's on this side. It's on the right-hand side, not down the middle.
You don't think highly of spirit magic, Lucanus, because of your experiences with a Venatori, I suppose.
Partly.
I assure you that performed with care, necromancy is no more harmful than any other magecraft.
There is a difference. Fire and ice spells kill people. They don't bring them back again.
What's so objectionable about a simple reanimation?
It's a waste of hard work.
Amazing. That's cool. God. Can't believe that we just have the Black City just being the front and center presentation piece after that fight, and I missed it. I'm just kicking myself for that. It's actually quite hilarious. I apologize for the frustration that is going to be felt there when you're like, how did he just leave? Really funny stuff. Alright, I've got some mementos that we picked up to read. We have the next Empire. There's a contract. Crow diplomacy at its most nationalistic. A price on the head of the concept of empire, promising Antiva's support to surrounding nations should Tevinter ever again overreach its borders. The next false avatar. Crow diplomacy at its most hypothetical. Possibly signed in jest with one of the more rambunctious divines. A price on the head of a false prophet should one arise. A symbol of the last nation that dared disarm Antiva. Tap the empty crystal when on your first contract. Your blade needs no venom, save that which you give it. The last known vial of the poison that ended a Templar order, Mafarath's embrace. Harmless due to age, but an important example of crow origins and means. Smells of elderberry. And a Treviso tradition, Vial of the Vile. Crows dip their weapons in these vials after contracts. Outsiders think it a blood ritual, and crows let them while bluing their blades against rust. The Offer of Honor. The template for a popular badge gifted during one of Treviso's many celebratory parades to those who display a flair to match the crows, proof of exuberance laid bare. And these clear, resounding instruments are made from the seasonal shed of a single lineage of Hala, a trade of mutual respect that began when Antiva stood strong with the Dales. And an elven cider jug of great age found in the crossroads. It somehow survived when Arlathan fell, bearing shadows of histories lost to time. Wonderful. There you go. So, checked in with the merchants for some more caretaker power. I don't think that there's new characters, just a crossroad messenger that's like, hey, what's up? Ah, the Kal Sharok, Plate of the Paragon, Unyielding. So that's where that comes from. Okay. Great stuff. Now, with that crossroad stuff out of the way and clearing up what I missed, we can now have a look in with our companions. So we have the Demon's Bargain, the Cobbled Swan Case, and a Little Dragon Hatches. We're going to do the Cobbled Swan Case first. So let's go to Docktown and have some fun with Nev. And I think we'll bring Balara, because I think with the whole cereals thing and that conversation that takes place between them, that could be quite enjoyable. So let's do that. Alright, so
Thanks
time for us to investigate thread activity.
Drinks on me.
On you?
Oh yeah, didn't you hear? Got a handout from my evil magister backers.
It's great you can laugh about it now.
A note to the Viper. A water-stained and somewhat damp note. Asher, sounds like Mayvarus will soon grace Minrathus with her presence. Keep her safe, will you? I hear your recent activities have brought the attention of powerful players. It was an inevitability, I suppose. One doesn't transform an empire by staying quiet. We are on the cusp of something. Upheaval is often a prelude to change, and Tevinter is hungry for it. Tell May to call upon our allies in preparation. There were many, even in the Magisterium, who supported the Lucerni in our short-lived political experiment, and who support us still. I will return as soon as I can. Even with my considerable charm, I have found it impossible to persuade a captain to sail when he believes it unwise. Sobering. It is far too hot up here, and the humidity is a nightmare. Your friend, Dorian. Isn't that great? I will return as soon as I can, even with considerable charm, impossible to persuade a captain to sail when he believes it unwise. Far too hot up here. Where is he? Where is he? He's hanging out with Ironball. For sure. So he's not currently here then. Hiding on the fire. Oh yeah, he is. He's here on the fireplace. I guess that note was sent a while back. We should bring Harding to talk to him.
Rook. Keeping well?
Okay. I want to see if Dorian has Harding specific dialogue. Because he's acknowledged characters before, and by acknowledged characters, plural, I say literally only one so far, and then me. Hasn't even acknowledged Nev. All right, let's see.
Scout Harding.
Looking good, Dorian.
Flatterer. But do go on.
Dorian, never change.
I'll accept that.
Good to see you.
Doesn't care about Nev. There is Harding dialogue. I can rest easy now. The advantages to being able to utilize previous Inquisition companions like that. That's very fun. Off we go. Alright. Trip to Docktown leads to a new case for Nev and problems for the Thread Crime Syndicate.
The threads can play nice on a good day. Something tells me it's not a good day.
I love the vibes of this. That outfit too, though.
Nev, why am I not surprised?
Templar Rana. We came to meet a friend and found this. Bad day for the Cobbled Swan.
You bring me to the best places.
You know it's better when they're serving food.
Anyone can take a person to dinner. You brought me to a crime scene.
At least I've got you on your toes.
What happened?
Unidentified mages kidnapped one of the diners, a regular, Markle Damas. Evidence points to thread involvement.
Of course it does.
The Venatori are bad enough. We don't need threads spreading fear in Docktown. If you've heard anything.
You're aware I don't work for you. I have other jobs.
I wasn't... He was just having a meal. If you can help.
All right. If someone needs finding...
Why would someone take this guy?
I don't know. The cook knew his name and what he liked to eat. He was nice to the staff. If he angered the threads, no one here saw it coming.
Do you know why the threads are acting up?
Following orders? Trying to profit off chaos?
You think that's it?
If there's more, we need to figure it out.
We shouldn't keep Damas waiting.
I hope he's waiting. That means he's alive.
That's true. All right, where do we start?
Right here. Let's look around.
Yeah, cool intro scene with just like trying to carry on about your business so you don't get targeted either. You just have to let It happened.
Wow. A case with Nev Gallus.
There you go. That's why I'm like, you got to bring Balara. Balara would be so excited for this.
If someone was performing, what could you see from here?
The whole thing.
Look here.
Drag marks.
What do you think?
Someone sitting here would have seen a bit, but the view's not great.
You scroll. A new scroll covering the latest local gossip. Random words have been underlined in each story. In order, the underlined words read, "Deal is on, same sigil, knock 3 times. Fun.
Not a good view of the scene from here. Whoever was working the bar won't have seen much.
If you find anything, let me know. This is the manager.
Got here after it happened, but the place is yours.
This place will tell us something.
Damas must have sat here.
Clean sightline from here to the stage. If someone was performing, they'd catch the real show. That gives us a witness. Let's talk to Rana. Back door. They took Damas through here, and the singer saw the whole thing.
The Cobbled Swan. Cobbled Swan menu. Assembly ale, Molson, Virantium brandy. Ask at the bar for what else is in stock. Fish of the day with pear slaw. Soup of the month. Ask at the bar. Savory pie with spinach and honey cake with figs. And scribbled on the back by Harding. Ma, I thought you might like to see what they eat in an everyday Tevinter pub. The bartender said I could keep this since none of the regulars need it anyway. I think you'd like the honey cake. I'll see if Nev can find a recipe and bring it next time I'm home. Maybe Balara Lucanus could help pick ingredients that you could find in Ferelden. Love, Lace. Maybe when this whole blight thing settles down, hey? And then we can talk about that.
Crushed flower petals. Was someone on a date?
Oh, maybe they're witnesses.
Bad view of the scene. Plus, other distractions. Probably not helpful.
Too busy looking into each other's eyes.
Find something?
Was anyone performing when Damas was taken?
Yeah, but the scheduled singer was sick. Sent a replacement. Whoever performed took off before I got here.
Someone in Docktown saw the show.
So we ask around. Find the singer.
I thought I saw Hal on the way in.
The plot thickens. Replacement singer.
Was Alec going to meet us here?
Yeah, but he won't stick around a crime scene. There's others to talk to. There's Hal. Hal. Hal's my favorite fish fry merchant.
Uh-huh. What are you after?
A singer. The one playing the Swan when Damas was taken.
Not sure who was on. Saw one of the patrons head to the water there.
You're the best.
Contact in plain sight, you know?
Always something with you.
Of course.
And that's why we buy their fish.
Over there. I've seen him at the Cobbled Swan. You have supper at the Swan? Do you know who was singing when that man was taken?
I didn't see anything, and if the threads are in on it, I really didn't see anything. Tell them I don't know.
I will. Is there anyone who might talk?
Try Wharf Crossing. If people there want to talk, it's on them.
Let's follow that lead then.
You there! You're not from Minrathis, hmm? Bring home something to remember us by. A discerning customer.
Something on your mind, Nev?
The threads cause their share of trouble, and it's a bad idea to cross them, but it feels like something's changed. They pull a lot of strings in Ducktown. If something's up, I need to know what it is.
Or do they pull a lot of threads?
Oh, look. It's Benny. Pretty sure he avoids the Swan, but he might have dirt.
I'm looking for a singer. Works at the Cobbled Swan.
I don't eat at the Swan. Bug Nearer, the dockhand. She still eats there.
Benny. Still fighting with the owner?
He started it.
I know.
Okay. The dockhand.
Must really trust you if she asked for your help with the Cobbled Swan case.
Yeah, well, help in Rimrathus can come with strings attached. Rana hates that. I can't blame her. She knows when she comes to me, she won't owe me later. It's how she works too.
Or when you say no threads attached. Where's our dockhand?
Right
in front of me.
location. And there's Nira. Let's see if she knows our singer.
Nira,
That's me.
a man was taken from the Swan. Were you there?
Yeah. Right in the middle of Cedar Siconia's show.
That's the singer. Do you know where she went?
Sorry, no.
Cedar's known for playing the lamplighter. She could have run there.
The Lamplighter. I've seen that name in the paper. What's it like?
Shadowy corners, juicy intrigue, okay food, and a surprisingly good ventriloquist act once a week. It's no Cobbled Swan, but it's not bad.
Oh, this is exciting and serious. We're gonna find Damas.
What about Alec? He had news on the threads.
And he hasn't turned up since this started.
You think he's involved?
Don't know. But lose the singer, and we lose our witness.
Right on. Ooh, hello. Well then. I'm here. I've arrived. I'm at the lamplighter. Am I missing a scene trigger? I can't go in there. What is happening? Am I missing a scene trigger? The gang's all here. I'm on the objective. Definitely feels like there should be a scene playing here considering the visual. Alright, I'm gonna have to save and reload. Ah, here we go. So the door is not supposed to be open, so that was our issue. We were just able to walk right in. The door opening is the trigger. Isn't that fun? Alright everyone, put your game faces on.
Let's try this again. Nev, we were going to talk. You come looking for me?
Hello, Alec. And no, we're here for Cedar Siconia.
What?
You're the best witness to the abduction of Makal Damas, and it turns out you're a thread.
You're after Damas! Even better.
No stalling. It's time to talk.
Someone's serious.
If you're looking to pin things on us, you're looking the wrong way.
What do you know?
Who took Damas? Where they took him? You name it. You want what I know. You go after this alone. I need your word, Nev. Yours is fine, too. They've taken more than just Damas. You save everyone faster with me.
All right. Talk.
Okay. Damas wasn't taken by threads. He is the threads, the boss.
Really? I had a list of possible leaders. He wasn't on it.
What can I say? The man likes his privacy. I don't know how the Venatori found out, but that's who you're after.
Why should we trust you?
Because the Venatori won't wait till you do. Look, your Templar friend goes in, things get messy. Venatori kill everyone. You heard there's a thread problem in Docktown. It's the cult. They're pushing for our streets, taking our people.
Docktown's ours. We want them out as much as you.
The cult's got an inside track on our members. They're watching us. But you?
I get it. You give us the lead, we go in alone.
They're holed up in the thread market. I'll get you access. Still won't be easy.
Good luck, all right.
Here's hoping.
We have a lead.
When you saw Damas get grabbed, you didn't try to stop it.
I'm not a fighter. Boss always said if trouble broke out, just keep the show going. He could handle it. Guess he couldn't this time.
You're not coming with us?
Hey, I'd love to watch you work, honest. But there's plates spinning in Docktown and only so many threads left to watch them.
Alright.
So we started by trying to rescue a man from the threads. Now we're rescuing threads from Venatori.
I have a bad habit of jobs that go sideways.
You weren't kidding.
Come on, let's get to the thread market.
Alright then. Thread market time. Wants us to go this way. Through a Venatori barrier.
Alright, so when we...
You're chasing!
Oh! Hello!
Someone noticed us asking questions.
Danger of the job.
Our powers.
That's it for now, but we need to move before any more of the cult catches on.
Nev, we're still fighting.
Finish them off!
Made it through that one.
If the Venatori are against the threads, why take Damas? Why not kill him at the Swan?
The threads must have something the Venatori want.
This is it.
Keep your eyes open.
What do you say, Thread?
For the glory of Tevinter reborn.
Good.
What are they doing?
It's blood magic. They're using mind control on the threads. Oh no! The threads are confined. Out of danger for now, but we need to get them out. Take out the mages in charge and we break the control.
Got it.
We are failing our masters.
We are bloody failing our masters, innit?
Not granted.
Can I not get up to you? Are you gonna get down from there, or do I have to long range fight you? There you go. Get down from there. I'm sorry. He just... Oh, wow. Okay.
Your strength and might.
That is crazy. He's, like, committed to being up here. He just... Fuck. I just wasted abilities. 'Cause then I was like, maybe he won't get off. Alright. I'll just keep him here then. How about that?
Move now.
Ready for a follow-up. Hitting us from range.
Got to move. Time to end this. Beat the odds there.
Okay. And now we take out barriers. Oh, and then we fight more.
Just try to be the one left standing.
The gods will not suffer this! Your skill is mine!
And Rook takes that.
Do not die, fools!
That's the last of them.
They're controlling kidnapped threads with blood magic. If one of them revealed Damas, taking the boss gets them everything. We need to find him.
We can free the other captives too.
After I do some light reading, she is chosen. Follow her and we will save Minrathous. Have faith.
I heard something. There's someone up ahead. Captives.
You sure they're not controlled?
I'm me.
It's fine.
What's going on here?
I don't know. They ask questions. People come back weird.
You're good. Take a second to breathe, then go when you can.
Thank you.
The threads control Docktown. Smuggling rings, dirt on people, money. If the cult takes over, they get the lot. They can use the threads for illegal activities, and no one connects it to them. But there are richer targets. Why Docktown? Why here?
Are you going to... Can I go?
Yeah. Control's broken. Take a moment to recover and then get out of here.
Master Runners, thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Thread payment records. A list of Docktown merchants plus a few with fancy addresses. Dates and payments accompany each. Those with missed payments are marked as needing a friendly visit.
Quite the setup. That's Markle Damas? I could take him off your hands.
He's not mine to give. Damas serves our best.
Hello, Nev. I've missed you.
You know me.
Damas doesn't, but I do. You stopped me once, but my purpose remains.
Aelia.
Rid Minrathous of this criminal. Kill him. Will anyone notice in Docktown? I won't be stopped.
What have you done, Aelia? Speaking directly through him? Puppetry? The blood magic needed?
Impressed? It pales next to the power Devinter once had.
God, hearing like the double-layered voice.
Just give us Damas.
Damas? Is that all you want, Nev Gallus? You dealt with Bataris and his relic. You found us here. No further. The risen God showed me the path to our legacy, our salvation. I am this city's future, and you'll stay out of my way.
Are you sure about that?
We need to subdue Damas fast, but keep him alive.
This
Whoa.
I would use him for something better, even if it's stopping you.
No one should die like that.
Nev, this person controlling Damas.
We can talk later.
Yeah, duh. Let's talk later then. Why isn't that working? Why isn't that working? Applies weakened. Detonates weakened. I'm doing them both. and then it's not working. And it usually does.
Is this place better?
There must be a timing issue with Balara's attacks, because when I've done it before, it's worked.
Is it better with you? I will give everyone a greater cause.
Nev protects Docktown!
Would you lead these people astray?
Leave them out of it.
God, it switches from a yellow to a red attack so quick. I'm like, I'm trying to block it, bro. Stop it.
What's wrong, Aelia? You
Thought they were all.
Under fire! Aelia, some threads go missing, no one searches. Use them for dirty work, distractions, no one looks past it to you. You're setting us up. For what?
For Minrathus. Our ancient power restored, our destiny renewed.
And damn the lives it takes. We've played this game before.
The game never ended.
Leave Nev alone.
Nev, just say the word and I'll...
Loyalty. You'll gain nothing at her side beyond the fate you deserve.
This is between us, Aelia. Leave Rook alone.
Minrathus is broken, but you like it. Does it flatter your ego to leave the city as it is? To prove your cynicism right?
Ooh.
I am our hope. I'll change these streets, starting with Dogtown. It could do better. Goodbye, Nev. Van Herders. Fucking cultist snakes. They'll pay for this.
Is this the real Muckledamus?
He's clear.
Nev Gallus, if you're here, Alex sent you.
You're welcome.
You did me a favor. I heard you stopped a red lyrium relic, and the Venatori responsible walked. But Taurus, I've got dirt on him. Enough for your Templar friend to move should it land in her lap. Consider it my thanks.
Interesting. Enough for your Templar friend to move should it land in her lap. Is that a good choice?
Bataris put lives at risk. If you can take him down...
Just make sure it doesn't blow back on Rana.
Consider it done. The threads protect their streets. It looks like you do, too.
There's no one else here. The person controlling him.
She's gone.
I was wondering if there would be an approval or disapproval with that choice there, right? With Nev, but it seems like there was not.
I didn't go looking for the thread boss. I wasn't looking for... Rana has her evidence on Bataris. Whatever Damas gave her, you can bet it was real.
Then a dangerous Venatori was taken down.
And the thread's reputation grows in the shadows. There's always a catch. Look, this was my job. I wasn't looking to drag you in. I shouldn't have.
I wanted to go.
This time. Next time...
Won't change. All right. The Blood Mage Aelia. Who is she?
A damn fanatic. A believer in Tevinter's former glory. I caught her trying to save the city. The ritual, what she wanted to summon. She'd have sacrificed us all. I caught her. The Templars had her. Turns out, Aelia had sympathy in the right places. She disappeared from her cell, but I had a lead. I should have gone alone. But I went looking for backup. Someone I could trust, Rana. I found her partner first. Brahm always wore that Andrastian pendant. Had it that night, too. He was a pain. But at the end of the day, he always showed up, tried to do the right thing. Like it's easy. He went in too fast. Aelia found him, she got out. Brahm didn't.
Damn.
One more reason to take her down now.
I wasn't looking for another. Aelia's trail went cold after that. The Templars stopped putting people on it. They buried Brahm's death. Like it was nothing. Said it wasn't an official case, that he didn't have orders. He put protecting Docktown first. He helped me. And that's what he got. So what now? You cross lines, play dirty, get results? There's no winning here. If Aelia's returned, if she's backed by a god, Docktown loses. Some cynical investigator won't change that.
This is the part of the game where you can tell that they're really pushing that, because it's almost every single time that we talk to her, it's like, keep pressing the "Are you sure?" button. Are you sure? Are you sure? Instead of like maybe like 1 or 2. I pressed 2 with Tash and got pinned up against a wall. Nev is seemingly a lot harder to get in that direction. Which is great, because it means that not all the companions are like exactly the same in how they respond to you. That's really nice, of course. But it's just like, Nev, picking up what I'm putting down, little Miss Detective, please.
The Nev I know cares more than anyone about Docktown and the whole damn world.
Is that what you know?
She's stubborn, which means she'll stay in the fight.
Sure.
And despite what she thinks, she's not in this alone.
I am. Will Nev push me against wall with a hand over me like Taj will after, you know, a couple of dialogue choices? Or will Nev be like, noted, I'll put that in my case notes and I'll review them later and maybe I'll make a move on that at some point. Aelia, a Venatori zealot who once captured Nev, has returned to Minrathous. Nev stopped Aelia from controlling the Thread crime syndicate with blood magic, but the cultist still has plans for the city's future. Whatever Aelia's plotting won't be good, and she's promised it starts with Docktown. We have an old news clipping. Reduce cooldown, I'll go with that. Level 34.
The loss of Weishaupt. It was a place from legends and bedtime stories. To see it fall, it's another thing lost.
Indeed. Okay, Codex. On the Dwarven people, different flavors of Andraste. Hey Tosh. Basically, the schism in the Chantry was the result of a disagreement over a single line in the Chant of Light. Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. The Orlesian Chantry interprets this to mean that mages shouldn't rule. Tevinter obviously disagrees. Other differences. Leader, Divine Victoria in the south and Divine Aquitus the second in Tevinter. The Orlesian Divine is always a woman, and the Imperial Divine is always a man. Seat of Power, Valroyo versus Minrathous. Templars in the south, the Templar Order is tasked with keeping mages in line in accordance with the Chantry's rules. In Tevinter, the Templar Order keeps mages in line, but actually just serves the ruling mages. Magic. In the south, magic is seen as a curse or a corrupting influence. Blood magic is forbidden. In Tevinter, magic is status, and blood magic is forbidden. Hope this helps. Lace. It's very interesting because obviously in Dragon Age Inquisition, you're following the events of Dragon Age 2, where a Chantry has been blown up and then it sparks the Templar Mage War, and then you choose who to kind of side with, who to empower, what kind of happens with the Templars. Do they get absorbed? Are you doing stuff with the Seekers? So, like, just thinking about that kind of stuff, it's interesting that we have Lace talking to Tash about how the South currently handle things, and it being written as the way that we kind of knew it before that. It's a little tough to kind of keep that all in a line. Like, what's happening in the South with mages and Templars at the moment, and Seekers and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know. The Shadow Dragons. Now here's our little, that was our little Aelia tease. That's the artwork from Varric's Stinger, which was fun. Rana, Gallus has a lead on Aelia, and it's good. No surprise. Tried to find you, but we've got to move. Can't lose this. That cultist would kill her own mother for Glorious Tevinter. Some random dockhand gets in her way, and we'll know how that will go. Not sure how long this will take. If I'm late tomorrow, can you pick up a paper for me? The Minrathous Truth. There's a story I want to read. Great. Now we have to be like, live with the fact that Brom died. Aelia's blood magic. Nev, I share your frustration. Minrathous claims to hold blood magic in contempt. Beautiful piece of art there. Those claims remain hollow. Too many mages use it in secret to enhance their power for status and vanity, and the Venatori encourage it. They believe the first dreamer learned blood magic from the old god Dumat, and that we're denying ourselves the power we deserve. It's no wonder Aelia gained a following here. I've seen blood mages plant ideas in people's minds, but their hold is temporary, their control indirect. The puppetry you describe Aelia using, her ability to move and speak through Damas, is so completely and from a distance, goes far beyond that. She's seen as Lusakarn's chosen. The shadows have taken your warning. We'll watch for anyone acting out of character. She won't enter our ranks, Asher. And Nev's case notes on Aelia. Aelia's back, still a zealot, somehow worse. Where has she been? Never left? Too many places to slip through. Likes the catacombs, but her old haunt's clean. Too many tunnels. Somewhere else? Need more of a lead. Look for rumors. Ask Lucanus. Heard anything from before? Old notes at apartment. Warn Rana. Hiding behind puppets, new trick, blood magic stronger. Risen god showed her the way. Someone made friends with an escaped god. The bet's on Elganon. But there's more to this. What's the big picture? How does she fix Minrathous? Docktown's her target, at least to start. Oh. Threads will tie up her cultists for now, but Aelia herself, don't think she chose the place because of me, but watching the knife twist, she'll enjoy that too much. Damn it. There you go. Whoa. Careful now. That. And Nev.
You're angry.
Huh?
The Oracle. You're angry at her.
I'm not angry at her. I just thought she'd be more helpful.
Yep. So you're angry.
I'm frustrated. It's different.
You can be angry if you want. It's okay.
I'm not. I'm really not angry, Tosh.
Okay.
I'm really not angry. You'd know if I was angry. There's only so much rage that can be contained within a small body.
Is it weird I was cheering you on?
Sorry? Cheering me on when?
Oh, when you almost got Gillinane, I was thinking, go Lucanus! I hope he stabs her.
Huh. I don't think anyone cheers for assassins, usually.
Right. And she's technically still one of my gods, so, you know, weird.
That's probably not what makes it weird.
That's probably not what makes it weird. Valara's to be like, well, I guess they're my gods. I'm like, I thought we got over that whole thing about how, you know, they made themselves gods doesn't necessarily mean that they are actually gods, just very powerful mages. Silly Balara. Time for us to go and take another companion out on a journey.
The fortress of Weishaupt was a bastion against the Blight for hundreds of years. Now, simply gone.
It's crazy to have such an iconic location that we have heard about for so long, and we finally go there, and it is deleted.
Is Davrin all right? I heard Griffin screeching and a lot of cursing just now.
Maybe you could ask him yourself if he ever deems you worthy enough to visit. And now we choose our next destination. So, another companion-related quest. We have Balara and Tash. So we're going to support Tash and Hosberg. And if it's dragon-related, we'll bring Tash, and then I'm going to bring Nev as well. An improved blight. Notes recovered from Weishaupt. Look at that. Translated from Elven by Balara and sent to Warden Antoine. The blight was active during our slumber. It can alter living creatures, but its shapes are crude, wasteful. Elganon has requested vassals worthy of a god. Thickening the Darkspawn's bones and quickening their ichor was trivial. Other alterations are underway. Pools of blight are easily coaxed to produce Darkspawn repeatedly. Some of their properties change without prompting. Their flesh is surprisingly malleable. Vital. Eager. It used to require greater effort to shape the blight. Did we accumulate more of it in ourselves as we slept? Investigate later. Note from Balara. Is this Gillenane? Does she not know what she looks like? Or did she graft on extra bits before getting blighted? I don't know which is worse.
Are you alright?
How are you two holding up?
After Weishaupt, people are injured, grieving. As are we.
We haven't given up. There's just a lot to deal with.
We've been corresponding with your friend, Viago.
Sorry we can't reach Treviso ourselves, but we'll send whatever help we can.
Research notes on the blight. A series of research notes with the first in Antoine's hand. Sample 1 is spreading across the glass, more than expected. Sample 2, pulsing pattern different at first, now matches others. And sample 3, pulsing pattern now different than the others. Inconsistent behavior, but why? In Evka's hand, inconsistent or creating a harmony, one that makes sense to the blight? Yes, or a discordance to the same effect, but with each other. Or with the gods. Excuse me. Or with the gods. Or is it with something else? What would happen if we moved them closer together, or farther apart, or somewhere else? I wonder if I could hear it better, or if there's an alchemical process that might disrupt it. Antoine, this is your reminder to take a break. Love, Evka. When I have to read a lot of words and forget to breathe, my brain is like, time to yawn. Letters in the aftermath. Wardens Evka and Antoine. I know Treviso is not the only place crying out for help. We are grateful for the wardens you've spared us. While one of your medics remain in the city, we've slipped the others outside. They're bringing aid to the farmers, the stables. Everywhere the blighted water spreads its poison, and everywhere the crows cannot reach. Your notes on how to slow the blight around the canals have helped us within Treviso itself. I've drawn up a map of what it looks like now. If you can provide further insight, Viago and I will be further in your debt. Treviso, all of Antiva, will not surrender. It must be possible to survive this. Please address your letters to Taya in your reply. I hope there is a world after this where we might simply write as newfound friends. Taya. Corresponding letter to be sent to Treviso. Taya, you don't owe us or any warden a debt. This is what we do. We only wish it could be more. I've included suggestions for the canals, and Antoine added notes for dealing with boils. And it's no surprise you won't surrender. It's not easy. There's already been sacrifice. But this isn't over. Antiva survived the second and fourth blights in the past, and we'll do all we can to help you through this one too. In war, victory. A lot of codex entries to get here. Letters for after the calling. A pair of calling letters addressed to Evka and Antoine meant to be opened when the sender is gone. Oh wow. Okay. Evka, I should have died once, but I was rescued. I became a Grey Warden. I had a second life, and that second life gave me you. You are my joie de vivre, my joy. Do you know your face lights up when you see sparrows? You didn't know them growing up and found them later in life. We do much to restore what the blight destroys. At least we try. It's what we're supposed to do. But selfishly, if you were reading this, I tried to make a world with more sparrows in it for you. Je t'aimerai toujours. Antoine. The second letter uses a cipher known only to the writer and recipient. The key is contained in their favorite book. So, Evka and Antoine have written each other calling letters in their own way with their own personalities, and that's very fun. One is obviously much more personalized.
I think we can make this work.
Oh, nice.
I took work orders from all the wardens.
Already?
Yeah, and some of the villagers too. You're going to be busy.
Gee, thanks.
Mila's great.
Hey, Mila. How are the wetlands?
Blighted?
Right.
The wardens have a lot to do.
Take a look.
Now we can start ranking up the wardens. We have some more mementos now. Third of the old gods to rise as archdemons. So Fang of the Third acquired. Toth set the tower's age aflame. The Grey Wardens had honed their skills, ending his reign in 15 years. So Grey Wardens honed their skills in the Third Age pretty well. So you see how they got real good real fast. 90 years for the Second Age. And the Grey Wardens were like, alright, we've done it. We've finished this. We've figured it out. Now they're like, alright, now we know how this shit works. 15 years. Alright. 10 years. But then Griffin extinction. And then 1 year. And now I wonder how many months it'll be in this game for our final blight. Mysterious Andraste. Numbers carved into the bottom of her cloak seem to reference a verse from the Chant of Light, but don't match any known recordings. The Chant of Light that gets changed over time, having some original lines, potentially. A statue of Grey Warden warrior, lighter than expected, and the helmet lifts to reveal a hollow interior, as if something was once concealed inside.
Hey, I'm Flynn, apprentice physician.
Everything all right?
I've been busy with patients, but I'm short on medical supplies. My mentor, Oscar, he should have some. He has a cabin outside the village. If you're out there, tell him you saw Flynn, and they could use his help.
We'll get right on that. We've got a quest over here too.
So Flynn must be local.
Then they saw the blight surge through the place. It's home.
Vashadan.
Rook, I'm Greta. Good to have you here.
You look a bit worried.
We're not sure where some of our wardens are. Beckett and a few others. We're supposed to check in. We need to look out for each other more than ever. It's just, I know they took Weishaupt hard, and I hope they're okay.
Lives spared. We'll get right on that.
Warden Alona, medic for the Order, or those of us here at least. I've got a lot of patience, but I'll help as I can. Keep well.
A hastily written note. Evka and Antoine were talking about clearing the blight out there. Not if we hit it first. I'll bring you in. Just keep it quiet. This is for us. Meet me later. Okay.
I once felled a tree and there was a spirit inside. It nearly stopped my heart to see it. I made a headboard from that tree. The couple who bought it said they had strange dreams.
Creepy. A carving of Andraste, Bride of the Maker. Her eyes are serene. Eyes that would see divine influence in the world. Eyes that would find the Maker in a dream. A carving of Havad, the Aegis of the Faith. His eyes are determined, though filled with tears. Eyes that would weep for a lady, then carry her ashes home. Isn't that crazy? It's like eyes that would find the Maker in a dream.
Thank you.
Supplies stashed at the Blight Grove meet there. So we're getting small updates to this one. Keep finding some more evidence.
I keep seeing myself.
A dog named Ostagar. He was a scrawny thing, the last left in his litter. The man swore he was descended from the heroic Mabari of Ostagar, the fearless dogs who saw the fifth blight. But I couldn't have a dog. After that loss in the deep roads, what was left of my life was something I'd face alone. That night, there was a fire. I hauled buckets with the rest of the villagers and we doused the flames. I found that scrawny puppy. Couldn't find the man anywhere. Tried to shoot the pup, but 2 days out of the village and he came tumbling into my camp. I called him Ostagar and said he could stay for now. I meant to find him a place to stay, a farm, a quiet village, maybe some noble's villa, but Ostagar never wanted to remain behind. For now, it turned into months, and then a year, and I couldn't imagine life without him. I thought we'd only be in Weishaupt a week. Then came the Darkspawn army, the archdemon, that god. Ostagar and I ran through the falling towers and clawed our way through the horde. Then, for the first time in 3 years, Ostagar wasn't at my side. I was alone. When the wall collapsed and smoke filled the room, I pictured Ostagar running. Maybe he'd gotten away. He could escape from Weishaupt and find that farm I should have left him on in the first place. If I was alone, it would be okay if Ostagar was safe. I heard a Darkspawn snarl, then fall silent. I was dragged from the wreckage, though I wasn't sure I wanted to be, and Ostagar was there wagging his tail. Evkar and Antoine told me there's trouble all over Thedas. They'd asked if I go to Ferelden and send reports. I'll show Ostagar the ruins he's named for. I don't know if he's related to those fifth Blight Mabari, but to me, he's the best of them. From Warden Norrie's journal. That's awesome. I love that a lot.
Building.
But we were supposed to protect it.
We failed at Weishaupt. We can make for a chance. We can wait for a chance to make that up, or we can take it. Just us. The Griffin Gate Guard will earn our place here.
Some wardens were meeting at the Grove, but they didn't want anyone to know.
So they left notes that could easily be found and read. Time to investigate the Blighted Grove and get to the physician's cabin then. And then we can work our way over to Tash.
Company, get ready.
Fire and ice!
We're on fire. Look out! Now there's a nice shot.
Hitting us at range!
That's the last one.
What do I do here with you, sir? He's just kind of lying there. Alright. Hello? Search for missing Grey Wardens. I guess we're not actually interacting with them specifically. I need to find multiple.
Settling.
So what now? Do we listen for a twig snap nearby?
Oh, was it because there was that one Darkspawn?
Right?
Oh, there we go.
So beautiful. Can you hear it singing?
Damn. A map of the Hosberg wetlands with the redoubt and nearby village ruins circled. Across the village are the words "hold there."
A map and plans.
The missing wardens. Another lead.
He's gone. He was drawn to the tree.
Wonder what he saw that we don't.
Maybe the blight messed with him. We'll tell the wardens.
Okay. Now we go to the lost village over there. let's get to the physician's cabin also.
How are your wisps?
They aren't my wisps.
But they are still wisps.
Yes?
That cabin must be the physician's. Flynn's mentor. The Blight.
Damn it.
We can still search it.
Dialogue will continue after a fight, but it won't continue after getting interrupted. It's a shame when it decides to trigger and you're like thinking you can have a bit of a walk and talk. And then the game's like, huh, you silly boy. You're going to approach a little quest marker.
Brooke, good hit.
Right.
They are continuing. Oh. That has got to be the worst timing ever. Oh my god. They just went to resume and then I hit the blight and then I did quest dialogue. That is like punching myself in the face twice. You guys want to... I'll give you another go. You guys sure you don't want to continue that conversation? That's unreal. Oh my god. Rook, you're interrupting your companion's time. Blue buttons. Dried petals from a flower found throughout the Enderfells. Among the first to fade when blight emerges, these blue buttons smell of warm honey and rainy spring mornings. Things the blight forgets.
There was a life here.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, jeez. Whoa. Oh, it's gnarly. It came from the woman. Wow.
Too sick to move.
Very Last of Us. Get that fungi. Physician's notebook. A sketch of a plant and a map with a few areas circled. The margin note reads Broner's Bloom. A few places left. Lights moving fast. Time to leave and return? A risk, but anything for Marta. Must slow infection. Hold on, love.
A notebook. It describes a local plant. Broner's Bloom. None here. But Oscar left to find more. For his wife. If he left before the cabin was blighted, we might still find him out there.
Want to try with strawberries for this griddle cake?
Darkspawn.
Here we go.
There's a body.
Killed. Didn't have a chance.
His bag. Broner's Bloom. This was the physician, Oscar.
We can take the supplies back, get the village some help, and Flynn some answers.
Darkspawn, bring them down and we'll clear a path. Easier to travel through here. That will help the wardens.
Very nice. Open up this path, and I'm allowed to be in here now.
Are you alright?
We wanted to prove we could stop the Darkspawn. That we deserved to be here. There had to be a reason we survived when so many others at Weiss helped. I'm not as bad as I look. I can get myself back to Lavendel. Thank you. I just need a moment to say goodbye.
Rough. The Anderfels. Harding, the Anderfels has a gloomy reputation. Most villages are small and sit on empty roads in the hills, off narrow tracks through the forest or tucked away in the wetlands. The Anderfels survived some of the worst blights in history, of course, but it's a strange and fascinating place beyond that. Evka and I are never bored. Only sometimes, nearly eaten or cursed, or, well, you see what I mean. We'll be in the Anderfels a while yet, I think. If you find yourself here, be sure to find us, Antoine. On the reverse, a map of the Anderfels has been annotated in Evka and Antoine's handwriting to include solitary inns, deep roads entrances, and remote villages such as Eichwheel, Fenhold, and Lavendel. Bones beneath the creek. Oh, there's verse 2. There it is. She saw the strange light dancing. She thought she heard it speak. Come now, Ella, we are prancing from bones beneath the creek.
Flynn, we have Bronus Bloom.
That will really help. Thank you. Oscar, the physician, was he, or his wife, Marta?
I'm sorry. They're gone. You were from here, right? You were Oscar's apprentice.
I knew him and Marta my whole life. I was at the end of my training. I'll make sure it's put to good use. With these plants, I can help the village, the wardens, whoever needs it.
I had some medical training with skeletons and stuff.
I studied anatomy and alchemy with the Watchers. I've more practice with the dead, though.
Huh. My studies were more focused on the, before dead part. The wardens have a medic. Between the two of us, we'll get by. I want to help. I almost lost the chance.
What do you mean?
When the blight surged through, I nearly died. Evka and Antoine found me, but I was blighted. Past healing. They let me take the warden joining ritual. It saved my life, and gave me warden abilities.
Does that mean you're a Grey Warden?
It should mean I have no choice. The joining ingredients are rare. If that first warden had found me... Evka and Antoine said I'm welcome, but they're happy to see me continue as I am.
The joining ritual gives wardens their abilities. What was it like? What's it like now?
I shouldn't go into the details. It wasn't fun, but I'm here. Even if I'm different now.
I shouldn't go into the details because it's secret.
So, Antoine and Evka are giving you a choice.
It's against the Order's rules. Or it was. I don't know if they broke the rules or maybe something will change. What they did? But Evka said to stop thanking them.
I know there's a lot that goes with it, but I'm glad Evka and Antoine found you.
Me too. It's just a lot to get used to. You know, I can sense the blight in my warden patients. I can't reverse it, but I think it helps my treatments. I won't be killing Darkspawn, but I'll fight the blight my way. I'm still Lavendel's physician. Whatever else has changed, that hasn't.
And it doesn't have to. Hold on to what you want.
I will. And thanks.
Don't mention it.
It is a very interesting thing for being a physician with blighted people. You know, like, I can sense it. Though Blight took Flynn's mentor, the team recovered medical supplies for Lavendel. Flynn revealed the Blight nearly killed them as well, but Evka and Antoine found Flynn and let them take the warden's joining ritual, saving their life. Flynn knows firsthand what the Blight can do and plans to use their new Blight sensing abilities to better help their patients.
You're breathing easier?
You've got patience worse than me. But if you had more questions about warden stuff, I could wait.
I'd appreciate it.
Yes, and another skill. Rolling Thunder. After charged attacks, use a light attack or heavy attack follow-up with an additional powerful charged attack. Maximum charge. Okay, that's interesting. And then that goes into the Slayer specialization, which we obviously aren't pushing into. And now we can go do Tasha's quest.
How are your wisps?
They aren't my wisps.
But they are still wisps.
Yes.
Good.
We interrupted that dialogue twice, specifically just to get Tosh saying, good. Now it's important to know that the dialogue will fully reset, even if it doesn't after like a combat or a story encounter. They'll go back to it. That's real nice. The ridiculousness of it being this specific dialogue interrupted twice when it was one word holding it back from completion is insane. Good. Thanks, Taj. Very good. They're still wisps. We wait for dawn. Exploring a dragon's cave yields some new information for Taj, and Nev is also here.
Tosh, what are you doing?
She's not in her lair. I was ready. I could have fought her.
Tosh!
Doesn't matter. I can still look for clues. See if she'll turn into a monster like Gillinea's archdemon did. I have to figure this out. I'm a dragon slayer.
I haven't seen you slay no dragons yet.
Not right now, you're not.
Vashwatar!
Stop and think. You rushed in alone with no plan. That's how a dragon slayer handles the hunt?
Wait. Look at that.
Ropes.
Kunari ropes. The Antam. They're the ones who've been blighting the dragons for the gods. Those fucking ropes. They tie her down with these ropes so they can blight her. They turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Some she was never supposed to be. Shakratoebra. I've got to be ready to fight her. I'm a dragon slayer.
Tosh.
I'm a crappy Kunari. I'm not really Ravani. I'm no good as a daughter. I can't even be a woman right. I have to be a dragon slayer.
And the struggle of who the fuck am I, and then I can't even do my job right is real. You can see how Tosh is relating her fluctuation, change of identity, to situations with dragons being taken and changed, and you know, the ropes being tied with the Kunari. There's so much it's all wrapped up in with identity and change and Kunari culture and everything, and it's all just smacking Tosh in the face.
You're a good dragon slayer, Tosh. You're also a good warrior, a good lord of fortune, and a good member of this team. We need you if we're going to stop the gods, and you need to believe in yourself. So tell me, what's really going on?
My mother put these ropes on me. She tied me up. Why did she do that? Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman?
Tosh.
The Shadow Dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she. They're not men or women. And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way. But I'm not supposed to breathe fire. Am I not supposed to feel like this? What does she want me to be?
Ooh, how interesting. Urge Tosh to embrace Kunari culture and urge Tosh to embrace Ravani culture. Well, here's the thing. Not in the Qun. You're not with the Canary. You're in a whole different world, a whole different culture, you know? And you've got a mother, in a sense, pushing this stuff on Tash. And Tash struggles with that immensely, which is very clear. It's a very easy choice, I feel, to look at Tasha's situation and be like, forget what she wants. Embrace the Ravani culture that you are surrounded in constantly.
What do you want to be? Your mother brought you to Ravane for a better life.
I know.
So live it. Be who you are. Don't tie yourself down for someone else's fear.
I want to be... No. I am Ravani. And I'm not the daughter my mother wanted. That Tosh, she was never really me.
Who is the real Tosh?
She is... They are... not a woman. Or a man. The Shadow Dragons had some fancy terms, but using they and knowing that, it feels... good.
Sounds like a good start.
Thanks. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
We forgot the dragon hunting part of the quest. Is there any evidence to track them down? We'll just go home now. Alright, Bond level up, Tash level 5. Okay, so that was not a quest per se, but more of a cutscene where you make a big decision in terms of Canary or Ravani culture. So there you go. Makes sense. Let's go for these. And then, yeah, in regards to that scene, you gotta just be like, Mom, I gotta be my own person. And there's been a lot of complaints about the modern language, but I mean, they're explaining it in the game, you know? Like, and it's kind of funny because it's, when we think Tevinter, they're both hand in hand a very advanced society, but also not, because they've got like this modern magic, and you see the way that things look quite like futuristic in a sense, and the way that they do things is very different, the way that they speak about things very different, their language is different, like they're using this sort of progressive and open-minded language that we are familiar with they and non-binary and all that kind of stuff. And it's explained in the game that way. Obviously, the Qun have their own language and interpretations for those things, but Tash is being taught from a completely different group. Like these buzzwords that they have, there's like, this is the words that we use, and that's the culture that Tash is in. So it makes sense in that way. Like, it's fancy words. I don't really get it, but it kind of feels right. So that's like the key point in regards to that. But then in the in the non-modern part of Tevinter, they still do slavery. You know, there's like this weird, like, we have this progressive language, but we also have slaves. But there's been a very clear narrative in this game that a lot of people are working to sort of dismantle and undo the sort of slavery aspect of Tevinter, of course. But it's always been an interesting point with Tevinter, especially in Inquisition with Dorian, because we even have Dorian being like, I don't see what's so bad about it, in his position. Clearly, he's obviously changed a little bit over time, because it's been quite some time. But it is a really interesting point that you do have that discussion with Dorian in Inquisition. And like, he's like, I don't see what's so bad about it. It's like, that's because you haven't, that's because that's the life that you've grown up with. It's interesting how we perceive the world and the people around us depending on how we are raised and what we are taught and what's around us. And Tash is a big lesson of that with Tasha's mother and the Ravane culture and all of it. So it's a big old part of Tasha's struggle that they need to focus on so that they can help and actually be a valuable member of the team. Can't do shit when you are all messed up, you know? It just won't be won't be efficient in any sense of the word. So I know that there has been the conversations about why is this relevant, but I mean, like, anyone's personal quest and anyone's companion quests, you could say the same thing, but it's specifically because it's an identity issue that people kind of latch onto, where it's like, the gender, where it's like, I don't know, did we really have to take Jacob to sort out the stuff with his dad before his loyalty mission? Do we really have to do this? You can reduce anything down to, do we really have to? And the answer is yeah, because it helps them keep their head on straight and they can focus for the important mission. Like, it's very Mass Effect 2 loyalty mission, like I've said. It's like, if you take them on something that's important to them, that is not directly tied to the main narrative, it helps them when it comes to being useful in the main narrative. So I think people latch onto some very easy targets to take issue with when it actually is just another thing of many things that make up these characters, and it's very complex. But we reduce it down to, I don't like these words. But if it wasn't a struggle with identity, it would be a struggle with something else, you know? And that would still have to get sorted out regardless. But that was Tasha's quest. Well, it wasn't a quest. I thought that we were going to have more of an actual quest. We took Nev to Ducktown. It was like a full murder mystery. And then I thought we were going to do a bit of dragon hunting. But it was just a little conversation instead. Now we do have a missive. What it meant. Rook, you pulled me out of that mess in the Hossberg wetlands. After Weishaupt, I keep looking for reasons why I survived, or a way I could make it worth it. I thought if I could make a big difference in those wetlands, maybe the reason would be fate. Evka and Antoine need volunteers to travel to the free marches and check on things. They suggested I go. The wardens who take the assignment will travel weeks on the road through unblighted land. I think I need that. I need to stop looking for some grand design my life fits into and just figure out what it is now. If I sound more lost than grateful, I am, but I still wanted you to know the latter. Warden Beckett. Thank you so much for that, sir. And with that one, we're going to bring this episode of Dragon Age the Veilguard to a close there. But next time, we will do Balara's companion quest, and then we will check out Bloodbath and also speak with Davrin. I think that'll be a good point for us. Now, closing out the episode, we will, of course, talk with our companions. We've got some conversations to be had. We have a quest with Tash. We have multiple characters over here, and Nev also has an important conversation for us too. So while we are reaching our end today, we'll get these lighthouse conversations because they're always very important. I don't want to miss those.
I brought fresh fruit if you're feeling peckish.
I'm giving it back. The arrow stays in your quiver.
I just wanted you to know that
You carried it because you couldn't trust me. Now carry it because I trust you.
That's nice. I like that. I like that exchange. That's real nice.
What are you doing?
The wisps are drawn to something around here. The boxes are baited with notes, baubles, things they steal.
Maybe they're drawn to you.
They've been seen here when I'm not. There's more to it.
Are we finally getting some more wisp stuff, but also, hello. Oh, I'll keep you company.
If you're looking for backup, I've got you covered.
If you're that bored, I'll take the company.
Why does he say it in such a lame way? His, like, the flirting or, like, the lovey-dovey relationship potential options, or is like, well, I'll be here. I'll cover your back. And it's like, oh, he says it with no, like, no suave at all. Rook is such a dork.
When I woke up this morning, I didn't see Wisp Hunt coming.
Life's full of surprises.
Can't argue with that.
Good. You've got a habit of creating them.
See? Aha! There it is. Much less physical than the tar scene. There we go. Because the way that Nev flirts back is very good. Nev understands the assignment in regards to the voice, and it's great. I will express a romantic interest in Nev, but it does not commit to a romance. I like surprising you.
What?
Nothing. I just like surprising you.
Is that so? It's been interesting. I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You should.
Nev.
Rook, I think... caught a wisp.
Is that all?
I don't ask for much, or for anything. You know, the world's not fair on a good day. You and me, Rook. We chase trouble. So what can we ask for?
She's being open for a change. And Nev is very interesting in her case that she doesn't tend to get on this level at all. So we noticed the switch up when we caught her in that moment of vulnerability. I'm like, everything, baby. We could have the whole world.
Anything we want.
And we'll get it? Just like that?
Why not?
No. I think you might be trouble.
Oh my god, Wisp. I'm gonna throw that Wisp out the window. Classic. You guys know that you can kiss again, right? Just because the Wisp interrupted you one time doesn't mean it has to a second time. You can be like, where were we? No. Okay. So the Wisp comes in to tease you with it. Classic. Codex updates with the Shadow Dragons. Nev's case notes on Wisps. It's not the room. Easy to rule out. I moved my stuff, but they followed. Back to where we started. What are they after? They focus on the notes. Sometimes they'll circle a bauble or two, but mostly the notes. Why? Curiosity? Wisps are known for it. Emmerich's got a paper or three on the topic, and lucky me, I've got a desk full of mysteries and other people's secrets. So, say they like an unanswered question, is that it? Is it all the notes or certain cases in particular? Their interest seems random, but is it? What's the pattern? They avoid anything related to the Opal Rose case. A coincidence? Too easy. Then again, Wisps. Laura asked if this was a real case and I was keeping official notes. Yes. Oh, there was another one. Hold on. Nev's case notes on the Fade Sky. More to this place than it's letting on. Solus's influence, something more. Sometimes I hear the tide as I'm waking up. Disappears when I remember where I am. Could be me. Can't say I don't feel a little swept away. In half a dozen ways and counting. Found Fred sitting on a little outcrop. He pointed at the Fade Sky. Nothing new there, I could see. But I'll keep an eye on it. I told Fred we can see half of Thetis in a day with the Illuvians, but we're all small next to that. Almost nothing. Fred hissed in response and left. Not sure how long I sat there, but suddenly he was back, handing me tea. Sat back down and we kept an eye on the sky. That's adorable. See, Nev is good with Manfred, and for that, you have to love her. Right? So nice. But also, we could kiss. Well, alright then. We've expressed the romantic interest. And now what we can do is check in with Tash.
Hey, good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. Wanna come? Fresh food. And I wanted to know you're good to work with.
Sure.
Shathan's house. Well, alright. Secrets of the Canary. Well, we've encouraged Tash to be more Ravane, so I'm sure this will go well. And that is what we will look into next time. Thank you so much for joining me for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dragon Age the Veilguard, focusing on our companions. Next time, we'll do Tash and Balara together, and then we'll get on the main quests. I'll see you then.